Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound mentally, relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So in case if you can't hear the bell sound, just allow your body to settle down itself. Do nothing extra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we are trying to bring basic informations related to meditation practice and try to encourage you to develop your own practice and gain the best result. Because when it comes to Dharma, there is a part that you have to understand, there is a part that you have to practice. So especially when it comes to meditation, and nowadays we have so much information, but still when it comes to practice, most of time we have very few informations that we can apply to practice. Another thing is the very purpose of this practice, developing your understanding, developing your wisdom. And of course, in day-to-day life, people have many other needs and people have many other desires to gain out of practicing meditation. So there are many ways that people practice meditation. But here, we practice meditation related to the Buddha's teaching. So in that teachings, especially when it comes to tranquility meditation and insight meditation, samatha and vipassana. First thing that we have to understand, as ordinary people, we all have little bit dust in our eyes. We all have that. But the problem is sometimes that dust we may take like north stars and we start to follow that dust rather than taking out it, removing it. We sometimes take that dust as our guidelines. So then always remember yourself. We have to be more humble. We have to be more practical. And at the same time, we have to put the energy And we have to be more aware to purify ourselves. And also, as ordinary people, most of us are kind of like a half sleep minded people. We know something, but we already missing some parts. And what we know, if we take it as the complete ultimate wisdom, we cannot complete this journey. So that's why again and again ourselves, we have to question. And also we all have self-centered view according to our experience, according to our history, according to our background. But most of time we don't see that we all have some kind of blind spots. So then practicing that, listening like this, learning will help you to understand that and get out of that difficulties. So when it comes to our day-to-day life, our own mind is the kind of like the most difficult part that we have to clear, not the outside. So the mind is like a gate. So when it comes to a gate, it can be a gateway to go through something, go through it. And at the same time, when it comes to a gate, it can be a hindrance. It can be a barrier. It can be something that difficult to cross. So then yourself, remember, understanding your own mind and recognizing it, seeing it yourself is something that give us benefits to ourselves to grow. So today, as ordinary people, we live this life and we have many opportunities, but at the same time, remember that little bit that you put it to practice, this can become more beneficial than whatever have outside world. Remember that lotus flower grow in mud, in a muddy place. That doesn't mean wherever the water, the lotus can grow. So look at the world. The ocean is everywhere. But that doesn't mean in that ocean the lotus can grow. But in a little muddy lake, it has ability to grow. So the wisdom, the like that. Following the society, go with others' opinion, and whatever the famous or whatever that lot of people follow, that doesn't mean you gain the right wisdom. So then remember yourself, that if you are capable to put that what you know into practice and doing it little by little, it gives the ability to grow, not with others' opinion, but by your own effort. So in Buddhism, it's basically this wisdom come out of your own inner practice. When you start to develop it little by little, it can grow like a tree. Just imagine this huge banyan tree start with a very tiny seed. So same like your wisdom path, your liberation, when you start to little by little practice, it is start to grow. So when it comes to practice, there are two things. One is the body and one is the mind. This both you have to maintain properly, use properly. So when it comes to body, sometimes we neglect it. We think we can do it by mind. Maybe for some people can do it, but most of people need the body also. So that's why practice with your posture is very necessary, especially when it comes to contemplate on inhalation, exhalation, or the practicing anapanasati. So develop the posture, practice yourself, doing little bit stretching and preparing yourself. If there are some difficulties for you to sit on the floor, then you have to use a chair. But remember, it is very necessary to keep your upper body straight. And other thing is, when you sit, don't put that much pressure into your abdominal area. Keep it more relaxed and cool. Because the breathing is the bodily action. So then we have to allow our body to breathe properly, naturally, without any pressure. So for that, you have to keep open your shoulders. Don't close your shoulders, because when you close your shoulders, these lungs get unnecessary pressure. So then you're not going to get enough breathing. And if you put unnecessary pressure to your abdominal area, that way also you feel uncomfortable. So then by the time what happens, your brain start to feel uncomfortable. Because when you're breathing through the lungs, through the livers, through the whole nerve system, from the middle of your spine, which you call the susumna, the energy push into your brain. That's how the brain get the energy through the breathing. So that's why you have to keep your back straight and your breathing natural flow. So if the brain become with lack of energy, your understanding doesn't work properly. Another thing is, by the time you start, your entire body start to feel kind of like a distress and collapse, feel sleepy, lethargic, lack of energy. So keep open the shoulders when you practice, back straight, neck head straight in one line. And at the same time, don't hold any pressure. Let the body to be itself. So that way you allow your body to naturally inhale, exhale. And always then remember, when it comes to your neck and head area, that the most of people, when they try to find the inhalation, exhalation, the sensation, and they do a mistake, they try to lift their head or turn their head down or kind of like that. Don't do it. And try to keep balance and let the inhalation, exhalations happens. And sometimes you have to little bit move up and down your head and find the right place, but don't keep looking inhalation, exhalation. Don't try to catch it moving your body like a dog smelling, like a cat smelling, go behind something. You don't do it like that. Looking inhalation, exhalation, you don't move. So work with the posture. Because once you naturally find the inhalation, exhalation, it's become very comfortable for you. So by practicing, you have to do it. And once you come to that, in this process of inhalation, exhalation, in the beginning, you recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. And the beginning, the middle, end of the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. And then by the time you recognize some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, kind of like that, you recognize this all. And then by the time you can see the mind. Remember in foundation, Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana. Contemplate on the body, contemplate on the feelings, contemplate on the mind. So you start to see the mind. So understanding this, seeing this is something very special, that knowledge you gain, wisdom you gain through this. Why? Because in day-to-day life, we think there is a person here. There is individual self. There is an unchangeable, solid, permanent, concrete, fixed person or self or mind inside us. The same person experienced this all. That is what we believe, basically. But now you are capable to see the mind here. So according to inhalation, exhalation, then by the time what happens, you are capable to see how the thought arise and thought disappear. And at the same time, when the thoughts arise, you are capable to recognize the very behavior and the character of that thoughts. There is no one thought in our mind, thought arising, passing away, rising, passing away. This mind is not a kind of like a one thing. It is not a kind of like an unchangeable, solid, personal thing. The mind always changes. This is the important thing that you have to understand. This mind is like a magician. This mind is like circus man. So this mind is like the weather, like clouds. So then always you have to be very careful. Basically, don't trust your mind, because mind anytime can change. But in day-to-day life, as ordinary people, we believe this mind as something, this unchangeable. That's why when somebody says something, do something, we believe. And when the person change, we get mad, disappointed. But if you know the very nature of the mind, then you're not going to be like that. You're not going to get disappointed out of others' behavior. And at the same time, you are capable to recognize this inside yourself. There is no unchangeable, solid, individual person. So when you start to see the thoughts, when the happy thoughts arise, and with the inhalation, exhalation, your mind, when the happy thoughts arise, there is no sadness with that thought. When unhappy thought arise, there is no happy thoughts with that. When the greedy thoughts arise, there is no generous thought with it. When the generous thought arise, there is no greedy thoughts with that. So the mind always change. It get into different form. Another thing you recognize, that one thought arise at once, it's not going to be with another thought. It arises, and at the same time, it's not going to be there, it's going to go away. So when the thought arises, why this thought arises like this? It has a deeper reason, the roots, cankers, mental formations. But on the surface level, just try to recognize how this mind change itself, and how this mind arise itself and change itself. Because understanding that give you clear wisdom for yourself to not to believe this mind as I am. Look at the world. That any time that when the mind change, everything change. In day-to-day life, morning you become happy, evening you feel sad. Morning you are a friend, evening you are an enemy. And it doesn't matter that you trust the people, but sometimes when the mind change, that everything going to disappear. See that what happened to AI India flight? And the most of people say that the pilot don't know exactly what happened, but according to the most of the news, it says the fuel switch turned off, that the goes to engine. The pilot did it. Why? Because mind change. You cannot trust. So same like, just imagine that you and me, this everybody around us. And even we have no idea what going to come next. So then today good people, but tomorrow things can change. So once you understand this, you are not hold it to. this mind. You are not hold it to people because you know the nature of the mind. And that understanding give you the confidence to go through the change, because the change happen all the time, everywhere. You are anymore not resisting the change. You are accepting it. So it is a kind of like, then you start to change your point of view regarding this world. It is a kind of like a little turn that you take towards the wisdom. And through practice, now you see how your mind changed. Then you're not going to claim as yours, as I am. And when this mind come with the body and we develop this day-to-day life, but now you deeply understand it's a combination. It is not one solid, unchangeable thing. And it all depend each other. And then you recognizing this cause and effect. And at the same time, while you practice like this, what happens? You start to remember. Because for the meditation, another name it called remembering. Once you remember things, that you're going to recognize how things happen as it is. When we don't remember, that is where we hold it to believing things. Because if you remember what happened and how it happened, there's nothing to believe. Because you know how it happens. So according to the Buddha, when he attained to the Buddhahood, what happened? He remembered all these past lives. And that's how he knew how the mind work, how the karma effect, how the birth happened. Why? Because he knew this his past. So same like when you remember things, you don't need any other teachings. You know what happened and you know how it happens. And then it become a lesson for you to what to do tomorrow. When you don't remember what happened and how it happened, you have to learn again and again for tomorrow. So that's why. So the practicing this meditation will give you a different understanding, knowledge regarding your own mind, your own life. So that clarity take you out of this grasping, clinging, holding nature. Once the mind released from that, there's nothing to let go, because there's nothing to hold. When there's nothing to hold, there's nothing to let go. So that is where you itself become free. So that freedom you can gain while you are living, while you are experiencing this world like this. So that's why give a little bit time for practice, little bit enough. It will grow when you keep practice. It will grow. Let it grow inside you. So I hope this will help for you. And so with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and mentally recite, may I be well and happy, O Sopativa, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. And if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. And by the time, observe the nature of the thoughts. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Binsua, Prelo strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. downward, and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.